Hey. Let me make that adjustment so you can see my whole head. Here we go. Welcome, mommy. I hope you're doing well. Good day on this Wednesday. Yeah, it is Wednesday. So I hope all is well. Cecilia, hey, girl. Hey. Yes, welcome. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit and Practice. So we are going to get into it, Lindsay. We're going to get into it. Yesterday was quite a day, Vanessa. I was sharing yesterday. Yeah, I did a lot of sharing yesterday, Nan. And I said throughout the show that, we'll see what happens, the next day. And so here we are in the next day. And I think the new series is, oh, see, I was waiting for my drum. See how we get so spoiled? I'm like, I need a drum roll. All right. So the new series, y'all, is yes, it's breath. It's yes. AAAAH. So I shared some yesterday about my journey in grad school when I was getting my master's in spiritual psychology. And we were tasked with our thesis being a counseling approach that we created. And so I did it. And the counseling approach is called Africa. So I shared that whole thing yesterday. And within Africa, which stands for Awareness for Reaching Inner Counselor Approach. And so part of the process of Africa, of reaching your inner counselor, is Y'all do that with me. Because when I do it, y'all, oh, there's a groundedness that happens that's just so sweet. So y'all take a deep breath, and a deep breath, like from the tip of your tippy toes, all the way up your legs, all the way up to your belly. Suck it in the butt and suck it in the gut, all the way up to the chest. That kind of breath, okay? On the count of 3. And let it out. Do you feel the stillness in that? I do. So keep doing it till you feel it. So this is what I stands for: awareness, acceptance, accountability, authenticity, and healing. So that's the acronym for And what I shared yesterday is that is the inner knowing of I am. It's the inner knowing of I am. So that's where I want to go this week. And I'm also inspired by the Science of Mind magazine this month, because the theme for June for Centers for Spiritual Living is the soul's call. Right. So I'm inspired by that. And then I'm also inspired by Emerson, who I also shared yesterday. And, the universe got jokes sometimes, right? But the jokes are always in alignment with my purpose, my soul's call. It's always in alignment with that. And so when I was doing my morning practice this morning, I go to my 365 Days of Richer Living book. And yesterday I shared, it had the opening quote from Emerson, and I shared the quote. So today I go in and it's another quote from Emerson. I said, wait a minute, what's happening here? So I flipped through the whole month of June, and every day in June opens with an Emerson quote. I said, okay, yes, yes, yes. So I am loving that. You know, when everything is in alignment and we are aware that everything is in alignment, because sometimes things are in alignment and we are totally unaware. We are unaware of the alignment that is happening right now, right? So it's important to have that awareness and to accept it, right? To accept it. Some things come into alignment and we don't want to accept it. We're looking for what's going to go wrong, right? We're looking for the other shoe to fall, right? We're looking for Murphy to show up with his silly laws, right? But we could just accept the awareness and the alignment, right? And take accountability for it by being in action, right? And we do that in a very authentic way because our soul is calling forth for us to do so. And when we're in that soul's call, when we're moving in the rhythm of life, everything else is being revealed in the healing. Everything. Everything is being cleared. Everything is being surrendered. Everything is being forgiven. Right? So that was part of my counseling approach, which is basically what I do today as a purpose coach, working with people one-on-one, doing workshops, speaking, all of that, right? So that was my vision 20 plus years ago. That's now coming into fuller fruition. Yes? Okay. So I want to share a couple of things in alignment with, right? And so one is from the Science of Mind magazine, right? I show you this because y'all know I just love the cover. I'm just going to hold it up there for a minute. Sonia Renee Taylor. Yes, she's giving me life. She is an amazing artist, poet, author. If you don't know her, you need to know her. So June 2nd, it opens with this quote from Marianne Williamson. The soul is the truth of who we are. The soul is the truth of who we are. And I want to read a little piece of what David Alt wrote for the Daily Guide for today. I find inspiration in the idea that what we are innately is not a body, but vessels of energy equipped with limitless intelligence. As C.S. Lewis said, you don't have a soul, you are a soul. You have a body. I love the thought that we've already won. We've already won, y'all. We've already won. Holmes described it as our eternal unfoldment. There is no losing, only constant increases and recognition of how the perfect patterning of God is the ultimate reality. Isn't that fabulous? The perfect patterning of God. There is a pattern for our lives. There is a divine design for our lives. And our soul is calling us to answer it. Do you hear it? Do you hear the call? You are calling to yourself, right? It's not separate. The call is not separate from you, right? So we come into alignment with the call. And we could do so by getting present and by taking those centering, connecting breaths, by taking those, right? And we could ask ourselves those questions that we were asking when we were doing the distraction fresh start challenge. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? What do I need really? What do I need really? Right? And then listen. Listen for your inner counselor to guide you. Yes? All right. So the second thing I wanted to share is from, of course, the 365 Days of Richer Living. And y'all know I got to share Emerson today. I have to. I have to. So let's just say all week, y'all, you're going to hear some Emerson. All right? All right. So this is the opening quote. The life of the soul, and that's the other thing. Talk about alignment. So, Science of Mind magazine, Centers for Spiritual Living, theme is the soul's call. Today's quote by Marion Williamson is what? The soul. Today, Emerson's quote, the life of the soul. Okay? Okay. The life of the soul in conscious union with the infinite shall be for thee the only real existence. Take that in. Get clear about what the reality is. The reality is not what you see on the television, on the news. That is not the reality. That's a reality with a little r. We're talking about reality with a capital R, EALITY, right? The life of the soul is your reality. Your soul's call is your reality. Your breath is your reality, right? So I want to share a little bit because today, if anyone has this book and you didn't read today, please read today because I had to lay down, not just sit down. I had to lay down as I was reading today's. Hold on, I feel like my ear things are. I had them in the wrong ears. Okay. See, we know when something's not right, right? So we could either choose to ignore it or we could do something about it and take some action, right? Or I could say, oh, I just have to suffer with this uncomfortableness instead of taking some action, right? Just a lesson in everything. There's a lesson in everything. All right. So this is what I want to share. And I'm not going to share the whole thing because it's a little long. I live in God, the one mind, the one principle, and the one truth. Body, world, and material conditions are secondary to my consciousness, which is forever active in God's mind. One with infinite, I walk the pavements of time untouched by error and upheld by the Spirit. Oh, that one right there, untouched by error. We make mistakes, right? We make mistakes, but we don't have to make a cover of it for ourselves and walk around as if we are living a life of error. We are living a life of design, of divineness. We're living a life that is the pattern of God, not a life of error, not a life of error. So let's be untouched by error. Let's live untouched by error and upheld by the Spirit. I realize the truth of myself as God made visible, the invisible into the visible, the formless into form, right? So we are divine. We are divine. The material world is not my prison, and my work is not my supply. Whew, that was a good one. My work is not my supply. How many of us believe that our work is our supply? God is our source. Spirit is our source. And we are resourced by the source. And our work is one of those resources, but it's not the source. It's not the supply. It's not the substance, right? I am the conscious director of my life, and destiny depends upon me for its fulfillment. Destiny depends upon you, not the other way around, right? Destiny is depending upon you. You are not dependent upon destiny, right? It's it's a tiny shift in perspective. A tiny shift in perspective that is expansive in your life. Expansive. I sow good and reap the plenty. Time and space are my tools, and thought is my only creative power. Now, that is some freedom right there. Time and space are my tools. How many of us say, oh, I need more time? If only I had more time, right? No. Time and space are a tool for us to use. So we need to master our tools and not not have our tools master us. Time don't run us. We run time, right? Time is a construct. Do anything you love and time just disappears. Be in the flow and time will slow down. Yes? So time and space are my tools, and my thought is only creative power. I walk as a person of power. I act as a person of love. I speak as the voice of truth. Can we do that? Can we walk in our power, be a person of love, and speak as the voice of truth? I live as an example of what God can do in us. We are the example. We are the example of what is possible, right? Because we're here. We're here. And this is the last piece that I'll read. The Almighty is my strength, and I never fail my highest idea. We never fail our highest idea. And what's our highest idea? Our highest ideal is our soul's call. It is who we are, our true self. We can't fail when we are our true self. It's not possible. It's not possible. I am blessed. I am a blessed experience to my friends, coworkers, and family. God is visible in all that I do, say, or think. Today is my opportunity to reveal my real self. Today. Today is the opportunity to reveal your true self. Not tomorrow, not after you get whatever you think you need. Today. We could start today. And you know what I always say? We could start by doing one thing, one baby step in the direction of the call. Yes? In the direction of the call. So what is it for you? When you take that deep breath and you go, and you go within, what is calling to you? You are calling to yourself because you are soul. I am soul. I have a body. You are soul. You have a body. There is a call. Are you listening? Are you answering? Are you taking action? Right? So today, I invite us all to stop separating from our soul. One of the things I do in the beginning of the year is I write a list of all the things that I would like to experience for 2021. And one of the things that I have on my list is to support people in living and undivided life. And so Parker Palmer talks about that a lot in his book, Let Your Life Speak. To live an undivided life, which means you're not living separate from your soul's call. You're not living separate from your divine assignment. You're not living separate from your soul's agreement. You're living in unity with all of that which you are, with your true self and the oneness. We have the tendency to want to compartmentalize our life. Our life is one. Our life is one. Yes. All right. So stop separating from your soul, from who you truly are, and answer your soul's calling. Answer yourself. Answer yourself. Don't give yourself the silent treatment. Answer yourself and see what is seeking to unfold, because there is an eternal unfoldment. Eternal unfoldment. All right. So that's where we're going the rest of this week. We are in the series, awareness, acceptance, accountability, authenticity, and healing. All right. All right, y'all. So I am Rev Melissa. I am a ordained interfaith minister, a licensed religious science practitioner, and a purpose coach. And that ministry, that is my ministry of joy. That is my soul's call. Oh, that is my soul's call. And if you need support in answering your call, and hearing your call and listening to your call and uniting with your call, then please DM me and we can set up some time to talk. Don't let another day go by. Don't let another day go by feeling as if you're in this alone. You're not. You're not in this alone. I got you. I got you. So just reach out. Just reach out. All right? All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So we are in June, and I don't do this every month, but June's a special month for me. So I just want to give a little birthday shout out. So there were some folks' birthdays yesterday. So I just want to shout out Michael and say, cool, yesterday was Diego's birthday. Diego is part of the New Thought Media Network team. So shout out to Diego. He had a birthday yesterday. Shout out to Eileen and Leslie. And today is my dear friend Chris' birthday. So happy birthday to all the June birthdays. And I'm not saying May don't matter. Happy birthday to all the May birthdays too. I'm just saying June has a special place in my heart because, you know, my husband's birthday is in June. Seku's birthday is in June. My girlfriend Margaretta's birthday is in June. There's a lot of June birthdays. So you'll just entertain me this month. This Sunday, speaking of birthdays, this Sunday is my husband, Marco, is our guest on Living Life in Joy. So Marco is curating Living Life in Joy for the month of June. He is the co-founder of Enjoy Enterprises and the creator of Rhythm and Soul Radio. Marco is a champion for independent music. So if you want to hear good music that you don't hear on the radio all day long, go to rhythmandsoulradio.com and you will hear from amazing artists from around the world, So he'll be on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. to share about his joy. I was going to say something, but I won't. Okay. Then on June 11th, mark your calendars, meditation with the new moon, 4 a.m. Eastern time on Zoom. So our meditations with the moon are special. They're different from morning sip. We interact with each other. We do a full-blown spiritual practice. We do our reading, our journaling. We do a meditation. We do prayer. We have sharing. It's wonderful. So please do so. Yes, Vanessa's giving Marco a shout out. Yes, yes. Please do so by just being on the journey with me. 4 a.m., June 11th, the next meditation with the new moon. And on those days, there is no 10:30 sip. Okay? All right. June 13th is a busy Sunday for Rev Melissa. It's a 3-first Sunday that starts with an episode of Living Life in Joy. And my guest that day is Steve Wallace, who's an amazing independent artist. Then 11:30, I'll be speaking at my spiritual home, Rockland CSL. And the topic is lean into discomfort. Ooh, that's going to be good. And so please join me for that. And then 7 o'clock that evening, I'm the guest on Regina Smithwick's podcast called Let's Talk. And we're going to be talking about the work that I do as a life coach. So please join me for that. I might be on a panel. It's going to be fun. So I'll let you know how you can tune into that. All right. So please continue to support my ministry of joy. You can do so through my Joy line. I have Sip Joy mugs and t-shirts. And there was Gladys looking fabulous with her Connect to Your Yes and Live Life in Joy, long sleeve, short sleeve t-shirts. Joy socks, joy socks being modeled there by our beloved Nan. So please go to Etsy, I Am Rev Melissa, and you can make your selections there. You can also support by listening to my podcast. You can support by subscribing to my YouTube channel and sharing with your circle. Go subscribe to I Am Rev Melissa's YouTube channel. And you can support by giving a love offering. Yes, the YouTube challenge is still happening. I haven't even checked the numbers. I'll check at the end of the month. So please go ahead and subscribe and like and make a comment, all that stuff for the algorithms. Okay, you can do a love offering at Venmo or Cash App if this work is resonating with you. If you're receiving anything from my ministry of joy, I appreciate your love offerings. All right. So we have a couple of minutes. I'm going to pop in with Sekou Speaks.
We're doing great on time today. We're doing great. Getting better. I don't even have my headphones on. Oh, that's our alarm to let us know it's time to wrap up the show. So actually, I just wanted to do two things. One, I want to show you all the close-up of the bracelet that Gladys made. Look at this. This is the first bespoke, which means custom-made hero hoodie bracelet. You see the crown in the middle? You see the crown matching the crown? This side, crown matching the crown. Look at that. Stainless
oh my God.
Hammered. All this part is called chainmail. And she made this by hand. All these little tiny links are stainless steel circles. It took her an hour per inch to put. I know. Bow down to Gladys Asante's jewels in the house. See if I can put the crown on my head. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This stuff. This is for real. For real. It took me about a week to figure out how to even put a clasp on here because her stuff is so serious. But look at that. Look at that.
Now, Sekou, what did I say yesterday? I prophesied yesterday. I said Gladys is a award-winning jewelry maker. Award-winning.
Here's the first award-winning piece from Gladys Williams Asante's jewels right here. Look at that. Look at that. It's again, it's stainless steel, so it's got weight to it. It can't tarnish. It's amazing. I don't know what we're doing with it yet, but we're gonna figure it out this month. Right now, I'm putting it back on. That's what I'm doing with it. But it's amazing. So I just wanted to say that there's more momentum happening with hero hoodies. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but this thing's happening. This is one of those things that's happening. All right, so there's that. And then just really quickly, I actually got a kind of ping from what you said your next guest will be talking about, leaning into discomfort. Like that really resonated for me. And I feel like a lot of people have been giving me the feedback that they feel like what I'm doing physically is easy because I've been doing it so long now. And that's not the case. Like it is still uncomfortable. It's still about battling those mind viruses that tell you that you can't do something. Like that is constant. There's that constant flow of negative energy from your mind, and that's the practice. That's why I'm doing all these other things, just to practice battling those voices in my mind that tell me that I can't do it or that it's hard. So that's the practice, and I invite all of you to do the same thing for you. Find something uncomfortable to do. Lean into the discomfort, because that is what forces you to grow. So
yes. So that's going to be the talk at Rockland CSL on June 13th, 11:30 a.m. That's what Sekou's talking about. The topic is lean into discomfort. Discomfort gets a bad rap. It surely does get a bad rap. So we're going to talk about that. Yes, we are. And I saw my mother put something up there. Yes, Lindsay, we're going to leaning discomfort leads to growth. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So yes, my mother. Yes, mommy. Yes, my brother's birthdays are also June 5th and June 9th. And so is my uncle. I told y'all it's a lot of people. I wasn't forgetting about them, mommy. But yeah, good shout out to my brothers, David and Daryl. They're having a birthday this month. Also, it's also Prince's birthday this month. I could go on and on. But I won't, because we've been doing good today. So let's wrap it up. I'll see you all tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., as we continue the series. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.